Coming up on this edition of Talk of the Town, we are going to be talking about Business and Professional Girls, their annual event. It's Chips for Shoes, your chance to donate to a very good cause. Nancy Groh will be in to fill us in on that. Also coming in will be Molly Dunn from Zane State College to talk about their 50th anniversary, if you can believe that one. How about that? Pretty big, pretty significant. Speaking of pretty big, we've got the big Paul Bunyan show coming up this weekend at the Guernsey County Fairgrounds. In from the Ohio Forestry Association to tell us about that will be Gayla, Fleming, and Brad Perkins. And we'll wrap things up with Dr. Michael Sarap, and we'll be talking about the month of October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We'll get things started right after this.
From the U.S. Bank Studios in downtown Cambridge, Ohio, it's Talk of the Town.
Well, who doesn't like chips? Especially Conn's chips, for me personally, but they're even better when they're benefiting a cause. And we're talking Chips for Shoes from the Business and Professional Women, the club here in Cambridge, in Guernsey County. And joining me is Nancy Groh. And Nancy, Chips for Shoes is coming up this weekend. And this is something that has been going on for a long time in our community, right?
Yes, we've been raising funds for over 50 years. We raise funds to purchase shoes for kids in the K through 12 school districts in Guernsey County. And we are Business and Professional Girls Club. And we are going to be having our fundraiser this Friday and Saturday, October 5th and 6th. From 10 a.m. until noon at the Respecs East Wheeling Avenue location. We will also be mailing out letters to local corporations and small businesses asking for their support as well. And Conn's Potato Chips has been a big part of our fundraising efforts. We've been doing this over 50 years, and Conn's Potato Chips has been with us every step of the way. And we don't really want people to think they're buying potato chips. We don't want people to think, oh my goodness, I just spent $20 for a bag of chips.
I guess you have to look at everything in context, because really you're making a donation to the Business and Professional Girls so they can in turn get shoes on little feet that really need them badly.
That's correct. And every year we help 200 kids on average, and it takes about $10,000 to do that.
Wow. That's, if you look at it just as like in chip money, that really wouldn't add up to much. That's why you really do need something a little more than the cost of a bag of chips. But
that's
the community has been there over all these years, obviously. Otherwise, you wouldn't have something that's gone on this long, this successfully.
Yes. The community has been great for us. We work with 4 school districts in Guernsey County. They are Cambridge, St. Benedict's, East Guernsey, and Rolling Hills. And what happens is at the beginning of the school year, we will give those schools vouchers. Then throughout the school year, when school personnel sees that a child is in need, they will make sure that the child's parent or guardian has a voucher. The parent or guardian will then take the voucher and the child up to the shoe department in the Walmart Plaza, where the child will then be able to pick out their own brand new pair of shoes and 2 pair of socks. And I want to give a big shout out to Jeff and his crew up at the shoe department, because they are awesome in making the shoe shopping experience great for the child. They also help us keep track of our vouchers, seeing how many kids we're helping, and also what cost we are incurring. Because this is not just a project where we buy shoes at the beginning of a school year and then we forget about the project until the next year. This is an ongoing throughout the year project where we are buying shoes every month, because as you know, kids' feet don't stop growing just because it's summer.
Now, is this the fundraiser to actually monetize the entire program?
This is our main fundraiser, and hopefully we have the funds to do that. We hope to exceed our $10,000 goal. That way we can expand the project. We've had some preschools inquire about how they can be part of the program, and unfortunately we just don't have the funds to do that at this time.
Yeah, sometimes the need does exceed the money. In fact, it seems like most of the time it works that way. But it's great to know that the Business and Professional Girls are still at it. And by the way, how many are in the club? Roughly.
Numbers are down. We actually are going to be having a membership drive at our next meeting. That is October 10th at 6 p.m. We meet at Theo's in the back room, back by the bar. We meet the second Wednesday of every month, and like I say, we're having a membership drive. If people want to get more information, they can always call Karen DeGenova at 740-584-3056 or Nancy Buchanan at 740-255-1443. And at our next meeting, we are going to be having a guest speaker. It's Mary Beth Sills at Cambridge Main Street. So
terrific,
that should be a good, if anybody's interested, any lady wants to spend an hour and a half once a month and socializing, networking, and helping for a good cause.
And I'm sure if people want to talk to somebody maybe even sooner than that, I'm sure you give them a whole scoop this weekend at Respects.
Absolutely.
And again, you'll have the chips and set up to receive the donations at Respects on East Wheeling Avenue. When specifically this weekend?
It is this Friday, October 5th, Saturday, October 6th from 10 until noon.
Very good. Nancy Groh, thanks a lot for being with us today.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door.
The Old Country Loft in Byesville is full of quality country primitives and a whole lot more. Ruth Dixon and her crew bring you the things you need to decorate your home with country charm and warmth. The Old Country Loft, corner of Main and Glass Avenue, Byesville.
Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Well, believe it or not, we have a really big birthday to celebrate in our community, and here to tell us about it from Zane State College is Molly Dunn. And Molly, I can't believe it, Zane State celebrating 50 years.
50 years in the community. We are really, really excited to really let the community know that we're celebrating this huge milestone because everybody benefits from Zane State College being part of the community.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right. And they say anything year-wise that ends with a 0 or 5 is significant. But my gosh, when you hit a half century, it's been a long time since Muskegon Area Technical College. Once upon a time, it has grown so much, and
it has.
And 2 campuses, and you touch so many communities now.
We do. You know, we are the thing that we're saying here with this celebration is it's 50 years of changing lives, because truly, when a student comes to Zane State College to pursue their education, when they walk across the stage at commencement, their life has truly been changed. It's they've broadened their horizons. They've learned so many new things. They're able to earn a really great wage, and opportunities are endless, really. So we're celebrating this year. Our official birthday is September of 2019. We kicked off a celebration 2018, and we're going to celebrate all year long. So really what that means to us is embellishing all of our annual events with a 50th anniversary flair, so to speak. Everything from our golf outings to our ethnic food fair to student fall festivals, spring festivals, really just kind of spreading the love of the 50 years that we're celebrating.
And it sounds like every month it's going to have its own birthday flavor to it.
It is. It is. So
and by the way, speaking of flavors, I don't know where you're going, but we got to talk about this.
We've got to talk about this.
Yeah, who doesn't love ice cream?
That's
and who
right.
doesn't love ice cream from Tom's Ice Cream Bowl? Let's be honest about it. Yeah, really.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's and Tom's Ice Cream Bowl, an institution, has really stepped up to show their love and support for your institution.
Yes, so we've collaborated with Tom's Ice Cream Bowl, and everybody knows about Tom's Ice Cream Bowl. They're nationally known, but especially here in our small community, Tom's Ice Cream Bowl and Zane State College have collaborated and created a commemorative 50th anniversary ice cream flavor just for Zane State College. It's being offered at the restaurant in Zanesville September through September, so stop into Tom's Ice Cream Bowl. delightful. The flavor is called Monato's Fudge Claws and Peanut Butter Paws, so it's named after our official tiger mascot. So we're really excited about that, and that's a great way for the community to come celebrate with us.
Okay, and personally, as I'm sure an ice cream connoisseur,
absolutely.
On a scale of 1 to 10, you would rate it a
15 by far.
Okay. There you go.
So if you like chocolate and you love like peanut butter cups, you're gonna love it for sure.
I will take you at your word, but I'm going to check it out just to make sure.
Please do.
Okay. With that said, before we wrap things up, it's really neat the way that things have evolved over time, because you not only have the physical presence in two beautiful facilities and two communities, but you're in high schools now. Who would have thought we would have post-secondary options out there available? And you have aggressively been at the forefront of that with virtually every school district in the area. We
really have. You know, we love to partner with our high schools around the area. We have several service counties that we provide education to high schoolers. They can take Zane State College courses at their home high school. They don't have to come to campus in order to earn college credit. It saves them and their family a lot of money when it comes to obtaining a college education. So in addition to that, we offer online classes for adults. If you're having a hard time juggling work and going to college, you can take lots of classes online to better yourself and increase your salary, possibly by increasing your education. So yeah, we're really proud of everything we're doing. We're staying with the times. Technology makes it really, really simple for people to gain an education and increase their wages. And it's a marvelous thing that we have that resource right here in our community. Zane State College, 50 years old, or in their 50th year right now, yes.
As you barrel towards September of next year. But meanwhile, Molly, just want to thank you for being here. Molly Dunn from Zane State College. We wish you the happiest of birthdays.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up, we're going to be talking about the Paul Bunyan Show coming to your Guernsey County Fairgrounds. That's coming up next.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home. Check out Talk of the Town on Facebook. Go to facebook.com/YRPTV and be sure to subscribe.
Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Dave Wilson in for Jeremy Scott, and so glad to have you along today, and so glad to tell you about something big this weekend at your Guernsey County Fairgrounds. It's the 13th year that Guernsey County has hosted the Paul Bunyan Show out there from the Ohio Forestry Association. And joining me from that organization is Gayla Fleming and Brad Perkins, and great to have you both here.
Thanks for having us.
You know, it's really kind of an amazing thing. It's all things forestry, every conceivable piece of power equipment. It's a spectacle out at the fairgrounds this weekend, is it not?
That it is indeed. A lot of power equipment, but a lot of entertainment as well.
Yeah, now for people that aren't in it because they're in the business or on the periphery of it with a need for power equipment, if you just want to take in some activity that you normally don't see, tell us what's on tap, because you got some pretty cool stuff.
One of our biggest events, highlights of the weekend, is on Friday, and also on Saturday we have a professional lumberjack competition. These are the guys that you see on ESPN, Steel Timber Sports type of events.
So you're talking about like the log rolling and the...
we don't do the log rolling in the competition.
Okay, but the sawing and all of the other various
the underhand
things.
chop, the two-man cross cut, the standing block where they stand on and chop the block between their feet. Axe throwing is a big one.
Yeah.
And
is there any axe catching involved?
No.
Okay, I just thought I'd check that one. Yeah. We'll be talking to Dr. Sarap in just a bit. That might have been, but anyway.
Yeah, actually, Friday's competition is the Ohio State Lumberjack Championships, and then Saturday's competition is an international invitational. So it's kind of you step up from the Ohio to the international. So you have a different contest each day.
So, I mean, this is a big deal.
Yes.
There's just no other way of doing it. And really, the events, they are fascinating. There's no doubt about that when you take a look at just the sheer power that they've got, but the accuracy that they have to have.
Lumberjacks?
Yeah, really. I mean, there you go. It's just the way it works. But you've got really a lot beyond that too, Brad, and especially you encourage people to come hungry. You got a lot of food out there.
Yeah, absolutely. We have all kinds of food there. We're known for our Bunyan burger, which is a like 3/4 pound burger with all the fixings. There's one called the Babe Burger for those that can't handle a full 3/4 pounder. It's a little smaller. But we have a lot of good food. A couple new ones this year. We have Russo's wood-fired pizza will be there. We've got one of the traditional ones is our homemade ice cream. But there's every kind of food you could want out there this year. So come hungry, plenty to eat. A lot of other entertainment activities. We've got Barefoot McCoy is playing out there on Saturday. There's educational programs. People can come and get the landowner can get educated on things, or somebody that maybe has a small portable sawmill needs some education on how to do that. So a lot of activities for a lot of people.
We even have a tree ID session for kids to come out and learn about how to identify trees in Ohio.
And I would think adults could benefit from that too.
Yes.
I remember one time having Cliff Little come out from OSU Extension, asking Cliff, what is growing in my front yard, Cliff? And he told me, it's a linden tree. That was news to me. So you've got a chance to identify that, which is great. And also just encouraging kids to kind of embrace nature. We've got so much of it here in this part of the state. We're blessed with it, so why not learn as much as we can about it?
That's right.
The event at the conclusion, this generates a lot of firewood, and you literally have that up for auction at the close.
Yeah,
right?
This year, every other year we have what's called a firewood shootout. In between the years, we have a sawmill shootout. So this year it's the firewood shootout. So they're going to be probably a dozen different processors, 2 different days having contests to see how much firewood they can make and make sure the sizes are correct and that type of thing. Well, all that firewood that's generated in these contests will be for sale, along with slabs and lumber that are sawn by the portable sawmills that are there, the mulch and stuff that's ground up by the big grinders and chippers that are there. So all of that, along with some of the wood carvings from the chainsaw carvers, a lot of wood stuff up for auction on Sunday afternoon.
We'll have furniture up for auction.
Yes. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So really, something for everybody is kind of a cliche, but you literally have something for everybody.
Well,
you really do.
We really do, Dave. I mean, as a trade show, you can walk in there, spend a couple dollars on a pair of gloves, or you can spend $500,000 on a piece of equipment. And that's the kind of stuff so it's everything in between.
Not bad.
No.
Sounds like a lot of fun. 3 big days this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The hours for each day, by the way.
8 to 5 on Friday and Saturday, 9 to 3 on Sunday.
Bottom line, lots to see, lots to do this weekend at the Guernsey County Fairgrounds. It's the Paul Bunyan Show from the Ohio Forestry Association. Brad Perkins and Gayla Fleming, thanks a lot for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, have a great one. And in the meantime, we've got Dr. Mike Sarap standing by to chat with us as we continue with Talk of the Town.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Cambridge is more than just a town. This is our home.
Supporting downtown Cambridge means shopping at the places we love with the people we love.
For the stuff we can't get anywhere else.
Food that tastes like home.
And personal service from people who know your name.
The money we spend here will keep our town growing.
Let's all shop small for our town.
The home we love.
And the uniqueness that makes Cambridge
a great place to live, work, and play.
U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
For a show schedule of upcoming guests and to watch past episodes, go to yourradioplace.com.
Joining me now is Dr. Mike Sarap, and it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And Mike, first of all, great to have you here. And it's great to be able to take some time to focus on what has been, over time, a substantial issue, health issue for women. Where do you see the status of it in terms of getting something under control, dealing with it? Are you seeing more earlier diagnosis now? Where do things stand, do you think?
Well, it's still one of the most common cancers in women. 1 out of 8 women in the U.S. is going to get breast cancer. The astounding statistic. And that relates to, in 2018, probably about 320,000 new cases of breast cancer in women. And unfortunately, 40,000 women will die in 2018 from breast cancer. So it's the second leading cancer killer in women, second only to lung cancer. So it is a cancer that, if caught early, is treatable and curable, and that's the real focus that we would like to put out to the community, is that there are facilities where you can get scanned and get checked, and it's really important to get early detection on this. We're very pleased to report that in the country now there's about 3.2 million breast cancer survivors. So we're making strides, we're doing better. The therapy these days we call targeted therapy. We actually do several tests on the specific breast cancer themselves and on the cells and the women. And we try to tailor the approach for each single woman separately, because the tumors are all so different. They're all sort of a breast cancer, but some of them are sensitive to certain hormones like estrogen, progesterone, something called Herceptin. Some aren't sensitive to that. And so the treatment modalities that we go through with the patient that has a newly diagnosed breast cancer include surgery, chemotherapy, which is medicine that we give in your veins that goes all around and kills cancer cells in the body, hormone therapy, which is actually anti-hormone medicine that kind of manipulates and blocks the breast and the cancer cells from getting fed or stimulated by the woman's estrogen and progesterone in their body. And perhaps some of the most exciting thing is now called immune therapy for all cancers, where we have medications that are coming out of the research pipeline almost daily that allow us to use the patient's own immune system to fight these cancer cells. Pretty dramatic. And these cases sometimes that you hear of patient with stage 4 disease, meaning it's everywhere, lung and bones and liver. And these new medications can shrink it all, make it all go away. It's pretty amazing stuff.
And I guess it depends, what form the cancer is taken, so far as how the various treatment options are applied, and
Yes.
and to what degree they're effective, I should say. You know, you hear about breast cancer, then you may hear somebody's got a particularly aggressive form of it.
Yes.
At the time of diagnosis, is it the actual physical appearance of the cancer cells that would give you the inclination of just how aggressive it is?
No, it's not. It actually is a combination of the way the cells look under the microscope. Some cells are more wild, more abnormal as you compare them to normal cells. But a vast amount of how we predict the patient's going to do has to do with these additional tests that we do that are whether the cells are sensitive or not sensitive to hormones, but even more importantly, is the genetic makeup of those particular cancer cells. We can actually go on a molecular genetic level and test that patient and test those tumor cells to see how well we're going to do. One particularly aggressive kind of cancer is called triple negative, meaning that we get a breast cancer that looks pretty routine, but it is not sensitive. It doesn't have receptors for the estrogen and the progesterone and something called Herceptin. When they're triple negative, they spread at a higher rate, they come back, they recur. With these individuals, we take a rather drastic and dramatic approach to this. We actually give them chemotherapy first. It's called the neoadjuvant. Adjuvant therapy is something that we do along with the surgery that will help that. Neo from the Latin before, we actually give this before we operate on them to give them a better chance to getting a cure or a decreased recurrence rate. Every single woman's breast cancer tumor is different, and this targeted therapy looks specifically for the best way to treat that patient over the whole span of these modalities. And most people get 2 or 3 or even 4 of those different therapies.
When a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, because you've got all of these other factors that you're weighing in terms of determining how to approach the treatment, how long does that typically take until you can initiate whatever the therapy is going to be?
Glad you asked that question, Dave. Time to treat is an amazing topic right now. And if you look at the major centers across the country, the bigger the center, the long it takes to treat you. For some reason, the travel and seeing all the specialists, we look at that very carefully. I just looked at our cancer, colon cancer for 2015 and 16. Our average time to treat, meaning we find a cancer and operate on you, was 1.5 days. Nationally, it's 30 days. The same way with breast cancer. I see a patient, I biopsy them, or a radiologist biopsies them, I see them in my office, I hand walk them to the cancer center, which is right in my parking lot. We talk to the radiation doctor, talk to the chemo doctor. We form a plan in a very short period of time, and we can go to surgery within 3 to 4 days after having a diagnosis made. So it's a benefit of staying local. And we certainly can provide 95% of the modalities to treat a breast cancer patient here locally so that they're not traveling back and forth.
A day and a half versus a 30-day average.
That's amazing.
Yeah, those are.
We're very proud of that.
That's it. Yeah, well, and that's what you should be. We just got maybe a half a minute. Just want to say, talking about the local cancer center.
Yes.
How are things progressing on the drive for the new facility?
The campaign is progressing along. We are looking at 3 or 4 different options in terms of how we build, how much we build, and where we build it to suit the community. We want to fit the cancer center for our community and for our patients. And so as soon as we button that down, the community will be the first to know. But people have been very generous.
Dr. Mike Sarap, always a pleasure and always time well spent. Thanks for being with us today and for all you do in our community.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll be back to wrap things up on Talk of the Town.
Talk of the Town will be right back.
Learning Jungle on Main Street, formerly Main Street School Supply, is located in downtown Cambridge, just west of the courthouse on Wheeling Avenue. They have a huge selection full of educational resources and toys that teach as well as entertain. They feature a large inventory of gifts for children of all ages, and you just have to check out their selection of stuffed animals, puppets, games, and so much more. The Learning Jungle on Main Street, downtown Cambridge, has layaway for your convenience and is the area's only specialty toy store. A world of knowledge is waiting for you at their front door. U.S. Bank is the 5th largest bank in the country, and while being recognized nationally for their strength and stability, they continue to provide hometown service. At U.S. Bank, they provide a variety of products and services for your consumer and small business needs, such as free checking with internet banking, loans and lines of credit, and free financial planning services. At U.S. Bank, they're proud to support the growth and development of their communities by helping local business owners achieve success.
Bundy Law Funeral Home has worked since 1924 to earn the confidence of the families they have served and continue their commitment to the community. They offer a complete range of quality services, from funerals to cremation, and honor all faiths and customs. The staff at Bundy Law understands you need to know all the available options to make the right decisions for your family. A price list is available upon request, and they invite your comparisons. You will make the right choice when you choose Bundy Law Funeral Home.
Thanks a lot for tuning into this edition of Talk of the Town. I want to thank our guests today, including Nancy Groh, as well as Molly Dunn. We had Gayla Fleming and Brad Perkins in as well, and also Dr. Mike Sarap. So thanks to those folks, and thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, you can watch us not just on Channel 2, but online at youtube.com/YRPTV and at facebook.com/YRPTV. Like us and or follow us, whatever you do. We just want to take you along for the ride here on Talk of the Town.